I was at a wedding and someone stood up and objected, part 2. If you did not watch part 1, stop this video right here. Go watch it. It is next to this video. Then come back and join us, because other than that, you're going to be confused. Before we talk about this lady getting up there ruining these people's day, let's talk about objecting at a wedding, because some people believe that simply because someone objects that a wedding just automatically ends. Not true. Number one, it has to be a legal objection, which I mentioned in the previous video, that will stop a wedding. But just any objection, no. Just think about it. You're in contract with vendors in a venue. You spend thousands and thousands of dollars. If somebody could just walk in and say anything and then your wedding is over, I mean, come on, y'all. Let's use common sense. But let's talk about what objections would actually stop a wedding. The first one that comes to mind is if one of them are already married. Bigamy is illegal in the United States. You cannot have more than one spouse. That will stop a wedding. The second one that comes to mind is if one of them is incapacitated. That could be from intoxication. It could be from medication or illness. Imagine if some pretty little young thing gold digger just found her a 90-year-old rich man and wheeled him up there to the altar, and he has dementia, has no idea what he's doing. But she's like, oh, raise your hand, honey. See, he said I do. I said I do. And honey, we married now. I'm his spouse. It doesn't work like that. Another one that could stop a wedding that comes to mind is duress. Maybe somebody's being blackmailed. Those situations are really rare, but honey, anything is possible. Trust me, I've seen it all. Another reason, which is gross, but it could be a close family relationship. You know, parent, child, siblings. You know, there's some strange people out there. So even though what this lady did was shocking, it was not a legal objection. And I don't know why I'm calling her a lady. But let's get back to the wedding. So let's talk about what happened right after the objection. Y'all, that wedding planner made a beeline straight to her with all the other staff members and got her up out of there. If the lady had receipts, honey, she didn't have any time to present them because she was there 1 second and gone next. As the room was erupting, a lot of people were shoo-shooing about, like, how did she get here? Like, how did she know about the wedding? And y'all, I will tell you, people put a lot of information about themselves on social media. It is not that difficult. People save the dates. Sometimes when they receive them in the mail, hell, sometimes people will show you a wedding invitation. Hell, sometimes you talk about your own stuff too much. It is not that hard to find people depending on how much they talk about themselves and what they have going on. And you got to remember, she was in close proximity with a lot of people that were at this wedding just a year prior. We don't know if she had some homegirls that she was doing her little business with last year to the bachelor party. Maybe some of those friends are still connected with some of the people who were at this wedding. It's not impossible for her to find out about this wedding. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Hell, I'm at the wedding and I don't know these people. As somebody who is married and had a big wedding, a little advice to those who have a wedding coming up. If you're going to allow plus ones at your wedding, have some stipulations in place. We extended plus ones to married people. However, they were not transferable. So if your spouse could not come, you could not just invite your homegirl. That's how I got there. That didn't happen at my wedding. If your spouse couldn't make it, you cannot transfer your plus one. Second of all, we had a list of every guest that RSVP'd. My wedding planner, I will tag her below. She did not allow somebody into my wedding because they were not on the list. Your name had to be on that list or you were not getting in. But back to these people wedding. And a lot of people wanted to know, do I believe the groom or do I believe Miss Ma'am? I 1000% believe what she said. That lady didn't stand up and do all of that for fun. And a lot of times, if someone is going to crash a wedding, because it's not impossible, a lot of times they just sneak in the wedding to have a good time, to drink your liquor for free, eat your food for free, party for free. But they try to blend in with everybody else so they don't end up getting kicked out. They don't stand up and object. And I never saw that was a trend going on. I mean, decent lies, as long as she believes it, that's all that matters. I don't believe it. And another thing, why would somebody get up there and say that they had an itchy, burny, scratchy if they didn't? A lot of people wanted to know, well, wouldn't the bride have an itchy, burny, scratchy, y'all? I don't know this lady. Hell, she could have been a virgin for all I know. Everybody doesn't, get down before they get married. There are some people who do save themselves. I don't know this lady. Maybe she was. But another thing that I do know is I know married people who use condoms because they're using it as a form of birth control for whatever reason. I don't know what this lady have. And I'm not saying she got it. I don't know. I got a lot of questions asking, did I leave my card? Because most of you guys follow me. You know I'm a personal injury and a family law attorney. But I have a question for you. What kind of lady do you think I am? Now, I don't know how y'all was raised, but my mama raised me better than that. I do not go to people's weddings soliciting clientele for divorce services. But let's just say, for the sake of conversation, that I would be that tacky. I'm at a point in my career where I do not solicit clients. And the number one question I got in the comments was, are they still together? I don't know, guys. I don't know these people. And my friend no longer works there, and neither does he. Apparently, he resigned before he even got back from his honeymoon, which is not too bad of an idea. I mean, this is very embarrassing, and maybe it is time to move on to a set of colleagues who don't know what happened at your wedding. But I am taking bets, so put in the comments, put a red heart if you think they're still together, or put a broken heart if you think they aren't. And I'm feeling generous today, so I'm going to let you guys decide what the next video is going to be. And I'm going to give you 3 options. It could be a story time about how an attorney got held in contempt. I have another wild story involving an NDA. I have another wild story involving some internet history that had a case make a left turn. Let me know your thoughts about today's video in the comments. And as you guys know, every week I give a secret coupon code to my press-on nail company. And this week's code is going to be ATST for Are They Still Together? And don't forget to check out the clearance collection because all the nails are $6. And here's some beautiful bestsellers on the screen as well as the website. And I will definitely see you guys in the next one.